Hi everybody, I'm Robin Gutterman and I'm the founder of the Fourmula. Thank you to everyone or anyone who has actually decided to listen today. I actually prefaced this on my Facebook page earlier today, hoping that some of my past clients might listen a little bit today and maybe engage and post some of their own comments on the topic that I'm talking about. So I guess I think a little bit about what have I been posting on, what has been going on around me. And the last couple of times I've done this, I've done it on loss, overdoses, death, people leaving treatment when they're not ready to do so and they think they're better and they're actually not. So I guess it got me thinking a little bit about why I built this place. Why did I build the Fourmula? What is this about? Because I've been doing this for 25 years. And what I found is that the formula that I've created over time is really something that has helped people maintain long-term sobriety. I actually trademarked my formula. That's how much I actually believe in it and how it's helped people. I have seen it really become a foundation for beginning to change people's lives for the better. So my formula, what is it? It actually has 4 components. The components, and I hope that some people are out there actually reciting this that know me, but the components are consistency plus action over time equals recovery. Hence, 4 components, consistency, action, time, recovery, being the foundation for the formula, which is actually spelled like the number 4. So there you got it, pretty simple. For me, it's like, what does that really mean to people who want to recover, who want to change their lives? And I think that people come in, they have an emotional desperation. They have this willingness to change when they first get here. And they're desperate, they feel out of control, they feel lost, they don't know where to go, what to do. And what I tell them about the formula, it actually becomes this catalyst of structure. I say, okay, well, here's how you're going to stay sober. You're going to be consistent in your actions over time. They kind of look at me like I'm a weirdo. But actually, it's combining these components and doing what I suggest to do that really helps increase self-esteem. It makes you feel confident and it begins to build back trust in relationships. And here's kind of how it works. Simply put, when someone says to you, be consistent, what does that mean? Well, for me and the formula, it means doing something over and over and over and over again. Doing it ad nauseum. Doing it to the point where you don't even think about it anymore. And why are you doing it? You're doing it just because it was suggested of you. So out in the world, by the time you get to me, you're not very consistent. Things in your life have fallen apart. People are upset with you. You can't keep a job. You've been in and out of treatment programs. You work out twice a week and then you don't work out ever again. So when I say to you, be consistent, it means just do what's being suggested of you. Don't think about it. Don't stop. Just do it. If I tell you make your bed daily, make it daily. This is to one of my clients out there who has just begun to make his bed. You know who you are. But make it. You hate making your bed. You're a slob. That's okay. Be a slob, but make your bed anyway. Why? Because doing something consistently begins to make you feel better about yourself. You don't have to know why you're doing it or what it's going to do for your future. So that's the first component. That one's pretty easy, right? Just do it over and over and over again. The next one is actually taking action. This one I wrote down because this is a little bit hard for people. And this is where you don't just say you're going to do something, you actually do it, right? Action is about doing, it's not about saying. In my field and in my world of helping clients, your actions and your words, so what you say, what you do, they need to be congruent. If they're not, then nothing's going to change for you. So here's a good example. When you feel remorse for something, clients will come in here. They'll say, Robin, I feel terrible. I've hurt my family. I've impacted them so much. I've taken their money. I've made them cry. I've been in the hospital. they're emotionally sick to their stomachs, and I love them so much and I feel so much remorse. And I said, well, what does that mean? Well, it means I feel remorse. Well, what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm going to tell them that I feel remorse. I'm not sure that's really doing anything. So remorse in my field and in my world is an action. If we feel remorse, we act remorse. If we feel love, we act love. So if you feel remorseful for your family, what are you actually going to do? To let them know and understand that you feel remorse. Well, for some of my clients, maybe it's you call your parents twice a week. Or, I don't know, you show up once a week at their house when you never did that before. And when I say take an action, that means call them twice a week. You don't call them one time and that's it. You call them 2 times a week. How long do you do that? You do it consistently. That's the action. The action is the call, how long, and how much, consistently. So not consistently till you decide, just consistently. By doing that, you will build trust back. People will begin to understand you. They'll begin to appreciate you. They'll begin to say, wow, when he says he's going to do something, he does it. He says he's going to call me twice a week. He's been calling me twice a week. He didn't call me twice a week for a month and then never called me again. All right? So that's kind of the second component of the formula. The most difficult component of the formula is the timepiece. So you can come in here and we can tell you to do something consistently. Come to group consistently. Well, what does that mean? Okay, well, we're suggesting to you that you come 3 times a week. So you show up for group 3 times a week. The action is showing up, being here, participating, being engaged, helping other people. Well, how long are you supposed to be here for? That's the time component of my formula. How long? Well, how long? How long is based on what we tell you how long is. It's not based on what you've decided how long is. So if we say you need to be here for 3 months, then you need to be here for 3 months. Maybe after 3 months, we tell you need to be here for 8 months. And here's the problem, and here's the reason that people don't stay sober. You can come in here and you can say, I'm going to come to group 3 times a week because I was told to, and I need to be consistent because I haven't been consistent, and I'm going to take the action to show up 3 times a week. But then, after about, 20 days, maybe 25 days, I start feeling better. I'm doing what people have asked me to do. I no longer feel desperate. I'm no longer distraught. I don't feel as lonely or helpless. So what have I decided? Well, I guess I decided it's been long enough for me. I don't need to keep coming anymore. I can go and do it my way. And you know what, Robin? If things get bad again, I'll come back. That's the part that people keep missing. When people tell me they're ready to leave treatment and I'm telling you that you're not ready to leave treatment and you do it anyway, then I guess the formula falls apart. Each component of this formula has to work together. It's not something you can pick and choose. You can't be consistent for a week. You can't take actions with remorse for a week. You can't do it over time in the capacity that you think so. Or it doesn't work. My clients that I adore, that have been successful, they still quote this formula over and over and over again. One of him is sitting, who will probably watch this later, is sitting in a grad school classroom right now at NYU, so hi to you, who still quotes it to me, 7, 8 years later in sobriety. Consistency and action over time equals recovery. Recovery from depression, recovery from anxiety, recovery in your sobriety. You can take this formula and you can apply it to your life. It has been the foundation for my most successful clients. It's been something that they remember for the rest of their lives. It's been how they treat others. It's been when they know they're falling apart because the components of this formula start to fall apart and they have to rebuild and start again. So you can steal it. You can't trademark it. You can steal the formula and try to use it in your own life. I promise you, if you come here and you hear what I'm saying to you and you do what's suggested and you do it consistently, Take action to show people in your lives that you're changing. Take the action for as long as it's suggested you take it. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your recovery. Don't give up on other people. Do it until we tell you to do it. And hopefully you will live a very long, successful recovery. Thanks everybody for listening. Have a great week and we'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.